What are your thoughts on the whole Metacritic score heavily influencing whether a sequel is made or not? Tied with the previous question, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I I think it's bullshit because I think a game's sales should determine it, right? Like even with Days Gone, right? Like okay, the Metacritic score sucked on it, but it sold a lot eventually. Maybe people want to buy this shit, you know. So that's what I think. Should like Metacritic scores in general should not determine the game's success. It should be how much fucking money it makes. You know, that's what
Yeah,
should determine
I,
it.
I
You know,
Do a
I
focus
definitely think
group.
I definitely agree with that. Well,
Adam.
I mean,
Oh, go
here's the
ahead.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead, Manny, and then
so
Adam.
here's the thing. That specific game creator actually did talk about focus groups. Both of the directors of Days Gone talked about focus groups, and he said the one thing that, and he actually said that the split reviews was exactly what they got because what happens obviously in the industry. What I'm not sure. We talked about this before, but sometimes game studios will hire prominent game reviewers to write what is called a mock review, which is essentially they give them the game to try to get a idea of those type of things that they would sort of get
Yep.
to try to gauge how the reception of what it's going to get. But so
Full disclosure, I've written one. So yeah,
there you
that
go.
does happen. Yeah.
I didn't want to blow up your
No,
spot.
I'll say it.
Steve.
I've done a mock review basically because they saw my actual review for the game that I did, and they were doing like a big patch and stuff. So they liked what I wrote. They knew I understood the game. Like, hey, you want to do a mock review? And I did it. So yeah, that happens. You have professional industry people doing these type of reviews, and then they also there's regular gamers too. They try to get as much information as possible.
Yeah. So like I think like Dave's Gone, they found that even that they were getting split reviews, kind of like what kind of happened with the game.
Yeah.
Where you had like a split down the middle. People utterly hated it or kind of liked it.
Adam, what were you gonna say about the Metacritic?
Just like that, just doing well, forget that, but just do the focus groups, or like remember, I'm always getting emails when you sign up for these games, especially like Ubisoft. They're known for doing this, and EA actually does this too. When you go and you sign into whatever these servers are and you get these games and it says, hey, can we put you on a mailing list? It's not just to spam you. They know what game you're playing. They know your profile, how you're progressing. They'll even send you notifications. Hey, you put in this amount of time. And then occasionally they will send you for like a poll, a questionnaire, a survey. It's like, hey, we noticed you put in X amount of hours. What did you think? What's your issues? What's your positives, your negatives? And I think that's the best way to do it because then this is that already established install base of your product. So what do they want to see if you can make changes for the next one, for the sequel? And I would think if there's a large enough people where they're like, yeah, I would be interested in the sequel if you would change this, that, then that would help out. I don't know if they did that for Days Gone. I played it. I didn't get any damn email, but then again, I didn't like the game. But, maybe I don't know if they even had a system like that in place. So that way they can do it. I know Ubisoft and like I said, EA and stuff, I get them all the time, but I don't know if they did that. And if they did do a focus group, did they get, I don't know, YouTubers or did they get people from the community that play the game like Twitch?
They usually do even Jaffe talked about it too, where they have that sort of system already in place where they sort of get a range of different people to sort of, especially if it's a game that they do know that is going to be, they don't exactly know what the outcome will be. Usually they're sort of pretty sure about a lot of it. It's probably why a lot of times, when Tony sometimes will talk about, yeah, man, I got this thing a month in advance to do my review, is because of all of the mock reviews and stuff like that they did, and the focus testing also said, oh, hey, this is going to be good.
That was like the God of War. They sent that shit early.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it was going to be a hot game.
Spider-Man as well, Horizon. I got both of those games, all three of those games, really early, like 3 weeks beforehand. It's like, all right, And here's the thing. So I got the game, like for example, Horizon. No, not Horizon. So Spider-Man's a better example. They sent me that like 2 or 3 weeks before it launched, right? But the embargo lifted a week afterwards, 2 weeks before launch. If the reviews drop 2 weeks before launch, you already know. They're confident in that shit. The craziest one I saw was like Uncharted 2. It was like 3 weeks beforehand. You're like, oh shit! And obviously that game went on to be one of the GOATs of all time. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But also conversely though, you get that review like a day before launch. You're like, all right, bro. Hi, bro. I see what's going on here.
Or like with
nothing.
or like with a certain cyber game where they literally they drop it, or they have you do the reviews, but you're not allowed to talk about certain aspects of the game.
Yeah, man.
I think there's only one game that goes against the grain on that whole process, and that was Doom 2016. Because remember, they didn't send any reviews out.
That's Bethesda's new policy, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what the big concern, though, because that was a big title. Like, oh shit, remember? And they had the delays before that. But like, oh, that means this is gonna suck, and it didn't.
Yeah, no, it didn't. But that case is a little different just because of Bethesda's policy overall, you know. Yo, by the way, insider shit though. When that happens to me, like, let's say, I'm just keep it real. I got the fucking baseball game a day before launch. I'm like, you guys will get that review when it's ready, bro. I'm not rushing.
That's too close.
You know,
no, it's too close.
It's too like a day before, bro. Really? Fuck out of here, man. You know, I'm gonna give you that review soon. You know, but just know that when that happens, I'm taking my sweet time with this. But with God of War, bro, that and Spider-Man, I killed those games in 3 days. So I got them on Friday, and with Spider-Man, your boy, I got the platinum in 3 days. You know. Because I wanted to be prideful in that. You know, you can see it. Like the game dropped on like September something. I got that platinum in August, son. You know. Anyway, because the gamer don't stop, man.